Said Tom Myers, Superintendent of Bellevue Community School District in Bellevue, Iowa, coming you with this week's Believe in the Blue update. Hope everyone's having a great day, great week. Wonderful weather this week. Sound like wonderful weather next week as well. Can't beat it. Remember about a year ago we had snow the week of Thanksgiving there, something like that, about 6-7 inches, about the most snow we had all year last winter. As we prepare for winter, though, just so you're aware, it will eventually get cold, as all of us know. We didn't have any early outs or late starts because of weather last year, and we had school every day. We were supposed to have school. Just so you know how we will communicate that, that will be done through Facebook, through Twitter, through the JMC Student Management System. If you're a parent, you will get a text or a phone call. It'll also be on several of the Dubuque radio stations, KMAQ radio station, Maquoketa. We will also have it on Channel 9, Channel 6, Channel 7, and Channel 2. So you're aware of how to find those things out through one of those ways. You should be able to find out on those days when you're not quite sure if we're having school or not because of weather. Check out one of those things and it should let you know that way. So hopefully we don't have to have any of those once again, but chances are we will. Even though you look out now, it's about 50 degrees this morning at about 7 o'clock. So it's been great weather, and we'll continue from there, though. But anyway, wanted to let you know some upcoming events today. November 11th, we have the Veterans Day program at 10 o'clock. Once again, John Bowie is leading that. Does a great job. Really designs a program that meets the interests of all age levels. Middle school, high school students attend that. Along with several community members, veterans, on down the line. So a very great event there that we take a lot of pride in that way too. Also, our student council is sponsoring a Veterans Day meal this year once again. You're welcome to attend that. Contact the school for more information and everything like that. That's directly after Veterans Day program. It is free for all veterans, so that's a positive that way too. Today also in the Bellevue schools, we have the River Valley Conference Band Festival. We have 13 different schools with about 225 to 250 students from across eastern Iowa attending that. There's a concert tonight at 7 o'clock. If you're looking for something to do on a Friday night, this is a great place to be. You'll see some great performances and some of the best music people in the eastern Iowa area and maybe beyond even that way. So other information for you that way to let you kind of know what's going on. Middle school basketball has began. They have had games. They played Northeast last night in 8th grade, beat Northeast. They also have a game coming up versus Comanche, and that's here on Monday night. Tuesday night there's a middle school wrestling meet at at Cascade. Wednesday is basically a free night that way. We keep that free for a variety of reasons, one being religious ed for many of our students that way. Thursday we have middle school 7th grade girls basketball versus North Cedar here. 8th grade actually goes to North Cedar. And we have the girls basketball high school jamboree at Cascade this year. And that's a new one for us to attend that. We've been going East and Valley in the past. And then on Saturday of next week, not tomorrow, but next Saturday, we have this little Comet Shooting Stars wrestling tournament here we're hosting. Coach Rebarger and the group are doing a great job with the young kids that way, the youth. So I'd encourage you to come out. If you have a student, bring them out to that. Obviously, they've been involved in wrestling, but also just come out and watch. There'll be a lot of people here because it's across this area where people come from. So it's always a great event the last couple of years we've had it that way. Also want to let you know high school girls practice has began, like I said, but boys practice for winter sports starts next Monday, and that includes basketball and wrestling and also bowling that way. So you're kind of aware of that. And we'll kind of move on from there with the things as they go. We also remember we have no school on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and we return after the following Monday that way. So not next week, but the following week, we only have school on Monday and Tuesday. So just so you're aware of that way. I want to read you a little something here from a book called Mandela's Way. I want to just pulled off the shelf and was looking at something here that I had marked it. Talks about kind of leadership or motivation, and I think you can think about that with students here, as as a parent, whatever the case is. But it talks about how do you get people to move forward, and I found this kind of interesting growing up on a farm, kind of thinking about cattle herding, and this is what he's talking about here. When you want to get cattle to move in a certain direction, you stand at the back with a stick, and then you get a few of the cleverer cattle to go to the front and move in the direction that you want them to go. The rest of the cattle follow the few more energetic cattle in the front, but you're really guiding them from the back. He paused. This is how a leader should do his work. The story is a parable, but the idea is that leadership at its most fundamental is about moving people in a certain direction, usually through changing the direction of their thinking and their actions. And the way to do this is not necessarily by charging out front and saying, "Follow me," but by empowering others or pushing others to move forward ahead of you. It is through empowering others that we impart our own leadership or ideas. Now, I'm going to kind of give you my interpretation of that is, if we want people to do something, if we want something accomplished, it is not through saying, do this, do this, do this, and simply be compliant. Think about this. I can think about my own life with my youngest son, probably my oldest son too, but my youngest son especially, cleaning his room. I can say, you need to have your room clean every night, You need to have your room clean every night. On down the line, compliant, compliant, compliant. Why does it need to be clean? You need to allow students, we need to allow each other the aspect to recognize, why is this important? And for them to internalize why something is important and moving on from there. I think we talk about that in many ways. We talk about you have to do this assignment, you have to do this assignment, but we need to make sure that the assignments are relevant to students, that they mean something to the students, and there is some value in doing them for those students. And that's something we're trying to do, making learning in the Bellevue schools real and relevant for students. You've heard that before, and I'll keep pushing that, but we need real and relevant learning, not simply a multiple choice test, read from a textbook on online. There's so many other things out there for kids to get involved in, and we, I believe, are really moving in that direction, doing a good job with our Bellevue Big program, real life class, tech math, on online, and many of our other traditional classes that have very non-traditional assignments with them that way. So anyway, have a great day, have a great week, and I'll talk to you all next week. Have a good one.